To receive instant notification each time I upload, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification.
Helping you along the way. Helping you to make it through another day. Yeah, yeah. Everything you need to know that you never knew, that you need to know. Lockhart Perspective.
I've always been a unique person, you know what I mean? Sort of laid back in a way, but very adamant and very passionate about what I believe. I think a lot of times that sort of throws people off because they don't expect me to have the mindset or the process of thought that I do. And so when you come in to watch my channel, you may hear a myriad of thoughts and ideas that could be different from others. What I want you to do is just sit back, like, share, and subscribe.
Well, hello, and good morning to everyone. It has been a minute, and I'm really glad that you're here. Today, we're going to look at Mr. Nick Cannon because Mr. Nick Cannon has decided that it's time to have another baby. And I sort of want to correlate this to some scriptural things, right? Let me get this down here. All right, I want to correlate what Nick Cannon has done to a few scriptural things. And I know that there are a lot of people that says, well, that's just too many kids and all this other stuff. But the deal is the dude can afford them, right? So we're going to quickly take a look at how many babies does the baby have now? All right. Okay. Hope everybody's doing good today. All righty. All right. So Mr. Nick Cannon. He has a one-man mission. They actually said this child got a one-man mission to populate the earth. Oh boy. My crypto pie, did you see that? Charlie, he got one thing to do, and that's to repopulate the earth. I mean, the way they write these stories is a hoot. This is a hoot. Okay, so inside Nick Cannon's one-man mission to end the underpopulation crisis. As the 41-year-old welcomes an eighth child with a fifth baby mama, while awaiting the birth of his ninth, a look at his ever-expanding brood from twins with Mariah Carey to late baby Zen. Oh, that's right. He did have the one son that passed away. I just forgot about that. That's right. So, he is a Hebrew. And I know that a lot of people may not or may know that, he wears that turban a lot of times on his head. And so he's a Hebrew. So I know that he's going, oh, well, an alleged Hebrew, because I don't really know exactly what he believes. I just know what he has stated. So I'll just leave that right there. But in any case, he really does believe in having as many kids as you can have. But here's the question that I'm going to pose when we're done. I'll ask you guys this as soon as we're done, and then you guys can tell me what you think. All right. It says the TV host, TV host Nick Cannon has become a dad for the eighth time, just weeks after he joked that he was helping to fight the underpopulation crisis by fathering 9 children with 5 different women. The 41-year-old welcomed his eighth child, a baby son named Legendary Love, with 31-year-old model Bree Tessie, or Ticey, who revealed on Instagram Monday that she had given birth to their first child together on June 28th in an all-natural, unmedicated home birth. Well, you go head on with your bad self. Unmedicated. I try to beg some people not to do the medicines, but yeah. So, an unmedicated home birth. Weeks after it was confirmed that Nick is expecting the ninth baby with his former partner, Abby De La Rosa. So, homeboy, not, well, he must be married to all these women. And I don't think the public knows. I think it's a little polygyny going on, and the public don't know. That's got to be it because who would do this going back and forth from one woman to the next? Well, I guess he figures he's a man, he can do whatever he wants. But anyway, I digress. So it says, despite having her baby's father having such a large and complicated brood, Bree was full of praise for Nick, saying in her Instagram post marking the arrival of their son that daddy showed up for us, adding that she couldn't have done it without him. And you know what? I believe her. She couldn't have done it without that man. Not at all. So she said, we couldn't have done it without him. This experience has changed me forever, and I couldn't have asked for a more amazing and supportive partner, she wrote while sharing images from Legendary Love's home birth. The baby boy will join Nick's ever expanding brood. Hmm. His ever expanding brood, which also includes the twins with ex wife Mariah Carey and their late infant son Zen, who passed away from brain cancer at the age of 5 months, December of 2021, just weeks before it was revealed that the TV host had fathered his eighth child with Brie, and months before the news of his ninth unborn child broke. Wow, he looked like he went through something haggering. The baby boy is the first child for the mother, Miss Bree. Now, Abby's new bundle of joy, on the other hand, will be her third child since she and Nick previously welcomed their two sons, Zillin Air and Zion. Man, this sounds like a medicine. Zion Mixolydian. Mm-hmm. Sounds like a medicine to me. Sounds like medication. Anyway, in June 2021, as for Nick, he has welcomed um, seven other children in addition to the latest bundle of joy. Three in 2021 alone, and four from four different women. What really is the goal? What's the end game? What does he plan? How does he plan on ending it? So it says that he has had four in 2021 alone. Hmm. Three, and then four different women. How do you do that? How do you have three kids and four different women? How do you do that? How do you have three kids with four different women? Oh, over the past decade. Okay. So over the past decade, this is what the cats had. I don't know. I really don't. I mean, I don't. Here's what I want to ask you. If a person can afford them, does it matter how many they have? And he's not married to anybody, or is he? He's not married to anyone specific. I know that when he was married to Mariah, that was a real marriage, right? They had the big poofy wedding dress and all that stuff. So I guess my point is if he's not a married man, but these women have all agreed to sign on to having children with him and align themselves to be a baby mama, does it really matter? If he can afford to take care of them, does it matter how many he has? I think that's what I want to know. Does it really matter if he can afford to take care of them? Who cares, right? And I think that that's something to be said because right now you got a lot of parents who aren't able to take care of their kids and they're continuously doing them. So I guess the stark contrast could be, well, at least he's taking care of his. Yeah, that's how I would see it. At least he's taking care of his children. But what do you guys think about that? I mean, that's a lot of kids. And this is her, I guess, just having the baby. Oh, they're in water together? Are you kidding me? I'm just looking at this with you guys for the first time. Oh, wow. That looks like the water behind her. Do you see that? Right there, where the mouse is, where the cursor is. Nick Cannon has become a father for the 8th time after welcoming his first child with model Bree Ticey, 31, and baby boy named Legendary Love pictured while still awaiting the while still awaiting the 9th baby with the 5th woman. Wow. Wow. And this woman here, the birth of the 41-year-old's baby comes just weeks after it was revealed that he was expecting a 9th child with Abby De La Rosa, 31, with whom he already has twins. He's married to these ladies. Mm-hmm. Yep. He's married to these ladies. I'm willing to bet it. And it's not going to be the kind of wedding that everybody knows about. Like a regular standard wedding. This dude is married to these chicks. He is. And I believe that because he is, a Hebrew, that is exactly what he's doing. I think that's what he's doing. I think he's just marrying them the way that he's marrying. Because see, the rule is you have to be able to take care of the women that you marry. Hey, Deb Woods, Betty R. You see them sneaking in here on us, Charlie? Ronnie Man. You see? So there you go, Ronnie. Ronnie says that if he can afford to continuously provide for all his households, and he continues to uphold his responsibility, then it matters not. That's my point. That's my point. So it does not matter how many he has. But when I look at how happy these ladies are, I haven't seen any of them out there in the streets going crazy or, losing their lunch over him, such as they did with which you guys probably may not remember this or not, but there was a whole P. Diddy situation. Blowing my nose, pardon me. And the ladies that were like the baby mamas with him, they were all in the streets. Hey, eyes to see 7-Eleven. So they were all in the streets. Yeah, they were. They were all out in the streets acting like nuts, fighting and arguing. But I guarantee you, this brother, he has married these women. They have either taken some type of vows together or, some type of ritual something or something has happened. But I guarantee you that he has made his way to make them his wife. Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm almost positive. Because look at this lady's face. She's got adulation, like a woman who got all her bills paid. Look at her face. Where is she? Right there. Pretty girl. Look at her. Yeah, we having a baby, y'all. Yeah. Uh-huh. And then look at his face with her. Look at his face and look at her face, even though I know she's absolutely exhausted having, just given birth. But look at her face. Look at his face. Look at the care and concern. Now, I ain't one to gossip. So you ain't heard it from me. But don't he look a little Abrahamish? Just a bit. Just a wee bit. He does. He looks a little Abrahamish. Mm-hmm. Look at her, happy. It's not known exactly when Nikki and Bree, the real estate agent, model, investor, and business consultant who previously made headlines for her marriage to NFL star Johnny Manziel. Okay, then I guess she got out of the brood. But they've known each other. Wait a minute. How is she having kids? Wait a minute. It's not known exactly when Nick and Bree started their romance. Okay, so they're no longer together. Okay, got it. So she's not with the NFL guy. All right. But they've known each other for at least 6 years, having both worked on MTV Wild and Out. Okay, so there's a little history there. There's a little history. Back in May, the Masked Singer host stated that he had gone to get a vasectomy, consulting consultation, joking that he didn't want to completely populate the earth. Well, I hope he didn't do that. Says, I already went and got my vasectomy consultation, he told E. This is what he told the news affiliate. He says, and I ain't looking to populate the earth completely, but I'm definitely looking forward to taking care and loving all of the children that I have currently. Very good. Very good. He says, I already went down and got my vasectomy consultation. I can't believe it. Don't you cut a thing. Don't cut anything short. Leave it alone. But look here, I want to juxtapose this story. This is a story that I want to juxtapose to. Okay, so here you go. It's all about musky. Okay. All right. Here you go. Musky. Now you got that story, right? What we just read. So how odd or cringeworthy is this? Oh, gee whiz. I need to go to another page that doesn't have all of these pop-up thingies on them. I did get some of them though. I did zap some of them because I went in the settings and then I just clicked and then I went down to site settings and did something else, privacy and something. And I did get some of them, but I couldn't put any more websites on there. I guess it's got some agreement with the world that it'll only let you get a handful. And then after that, you're just stuck on your own. But what I will do is, since I'm on this other side, I will see if I can't find something that's a little better as far as the story, because we have got to get into this daddy. We got to get into it. We've got to. Errol, you've been a bad boy. You've been a bad boy. So Elon Musk's daddy, Muskie, reveals that he fathered an unplanned child with his stepdaughter. So what are we looking at? We're juxtaposing some daddies today. Because I'm not reading the rest of all of this. Because all of these chicks, unless we got another picture of a chick over here. Let me see if I got another picture. If he's showing any more of the women. Because I wanted to show their adulation. Let's see. Any more chicks? Aww. Aww. Oh, she looked like she was having a hard time. And they got a dog in the bed. That's it for me. That's it. I can't. That's a dog. You got a dog? I'm done. All right, let's go on to the next story. That's it. That's it for me. I'm sorry. I'm not putting no animal. Girl, bye. Okay, let me just maneuver. Sorry. I'm sorry. I just ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. Okay. Here you go. Let's look about good old Muskie. Good old Muskie. Here we go. So, we got good old Muskie here. And Muskie's daddy. So, Elon Musk's dad, Errol Musk, reveals that he fathered an unplanned child with his stepdaughter. Yeah. The 76-year-old Errol says that he welcomed a baby with the 35-year-old. And then they put you on blast. And then they've been running him through the car. They've been running this poor cat through the coals for the whole past, week? Ever since this whole situation with the Twitter thing going on. And I think that's part of what this is. But anyway, Errol Musk, the father of the billionaire businessman Elon Musk, has revealed that he fathered 2 children with his stepdaughter. Just let that sink in. Not one. No. 2. And that's pretty disgusting. But let's just go ahead and read further. So he goes ahead and he reveals that he's got 2 children with his stepdaughter. To recap, in 2018, it came to light that the 76-year-old had welcomed a son with the 35-year-old Jana, and I will not touch touch her last name, but most recently, the son said that she had given birth to a second child and it had been unplanned. Errol was married to Jana's mother for 18 years and the pair had two biological children together. He also helped to raise Jana. Ooh, this man is. Mm, let me keep going because it sounds to me like a little grooming, but then again, I'm going to come on back here with y'all. From Hyde's previous relationship, who lived with him from the age 4. I haven't checked her DNA, quote, I haven't checked her DNA, but she looks just like my other daughters. She looks like Rosa and Tosca mixed up, Errol told the Sun yesterday of his new daughter with Jana. She looks exactly like Rushy, Errol and Jana's son. And she behaves like him. So it's pretty obvious, he says. He continues with, she wasn't planned, but I mean, we were living together. Jana, stayed here for about 18 months after Rushy was born. Rushy. As for how the other children feel about his relationship with Jana, he admitted that they were shocked. We're absolutely flabbergasted. We're absolutely amazed. They were shocked to find out. They still don't like it. They feel a bit creepy about it. Just a bit. Because she's their sister. Their half sister. I'm sorry. But it's like I'm my own grandpa type stuff. I'm my own grandmama. You your own grandmama, you your own grandpa, you your own sister, your sister, cousin, friend. Oh boy. So he says that she wasn't planned. He also goes on to say they were creeped out about it. It was very creepy because she's their sister, their half sister. So she's all of the above. She's everything to them. This is really, really, really getting spooky. It's not unheard of, but it is spooky because but then again, here's what I say. There he is, the old pedo. There he is, the little groomer. There he is. Look at him. Get a little money. Start to do stuff you shouldn't do. It's because you have that mentality that says you own the world and you don't have to do what anybody else says. It's all about you. It's not about anybody else. It's all about you. You get the right to do what you want. And, that's it. That's all. It's all that matters is what you want. And these people, this is what they do. They do a lot of this. And here's the funny thing. I'm not saying that, I'm not saying, well, this is how they act, so this is what they're supposed to do. No, they think they're above the law. Now, having had this child with him since she was 4 years old, and to see something like this happen, well, she was 35 just recently. But when did any of the attraction start? When did it start? You nasty old man who needed to probably have been in, allegedly, because I ain't got no money. Don't be trying to sue me. Don't be trying to sue me. But I will say this, because it's my opinion. I think you were probably doing this all along. And I think that because you've been doing it all along, you just sort of feel like you have a right to do it and to continue. Yeah, that's what I think. That's why I think you're just so willing to discuss it. Errol went on to discuss the difficulties of having a romance with an age gap and revealed that he and Jana are no longer living together, but they have a lot of affection for each other. He also pointed out that having his two youngest children at home proved difficult, really. He says, quote, but I realized she's 2 generations behind, whereas her mother was 1 generation. You nasty. You are really And the thing about it is that we're literally looking at this like it's just some rich people. But really, this is a part of the problem here. This is the reason why the entire government is like this. You were with this woman's mother. She's 35 now. She's a woman. But you were with her mother. And now this is what you're doing. But that's because you've been doing this. And that's what I got a problem with. I got a problem with the whole thing. She's nothing like her mom. Oh, yeah, But I realize she's 2 generations behind, he says, whereas her mother was 1 generation behind when I married her. The thing is not practical. She's 35 next birthday. So she's getting on. So eventually, I'm still around. If I'm still around, she might wind up back with me. It's difficult. Boy. He went on. I mean, I would much rather have them here. But Jana came and spent a few days here about 6 months ago. And the kids were starting to get on my nerves. Well, you're old, man. You're ancient, first of all. You're probably very mean as well. Then I miss them as soon as they have gone. Echoing his son's belief on reproduction, Errol added, the only thing that we are on this earth to do is to reproduce. If I could have had another child, I would. If I could have another child, I would. I can't see any reason why not to. Excuse me. Okay. Now, I don't know if I want to deal with the elephant in the room as it deals with Muskie. Because I'm sure that everybody, unless you've been under some Theraflu like me, has been able to piece this story together with Muskie. But Mr. Muskie, now listen, I don't want to even deal with the whole situation with best friend, because if you've been looking at Muskie's tweets, you'll see that Muskie said that he hasn't done nothing, that him and that woman ain't been nothing but friends, that it's been nothing but professional, and that's all, nothing but professional, and he don't want you tripping on him. Leave him alone. He also said, and let me get over here to his Twitter. Let me get to his Twitter. First of all, let me see what you guys have to say about old Muskie's daddy. Let's see what you got to say. Exactly, grooming much. Okay, this is terrible, but this is what they do. Hey, Adrian. This is what they do. Okay. Yeah. Eyes to see 7-Eleven said Abra Haramish. Rachel said sister wives. Okay. Good morning, Melinda. It's good to see you, sister wives. Okay. All right, let's see. Charlie. Roddy saying, hey. I like that Abrahamish. That was funny. Charlie. Okay, let's see. Let's see what y'all. I love when y'all love on each other. Harem is right, Betty R said. Betty, you've been putting up some pretty good Instagram posts lately. When I can catch them. Let's see. More power to those who can do this. What, to have like the multiple children? I do think that he is with he's with those multiple ladies. I do. And I mean, like Ronnie said, hey, if you can do it, then do it. If you can do it, then do it. I mean, if it's, if you can take care of them, take care of them. That's all I say. If you can take care of them and you can manage it and you're not, weighing anybody else down, then do it. I don't have anything against it. Nothing at all. But I do think that this whole thing with Muskie is very telling. I mean, you had this child since she was 4, and it sounds just like the same thing that Mia Farrow, wasn't it Mia Farrow's daughter went through with the little sawed off cat with the little dude? Yeah, the little dude. Yeah, that's his stepdaughter, Rachel. Yes, yes, very sus, right? Very suspect. Yes, yes, yes. Yep. There you go, Ronnie. Come now, come now. Because we're about to get over here and start looking at Solomon in a minute. just about all the wives and all this other stuff. And there's nothing, again, if it's done in a way that you're supposed to be doing it, okay, fine. You're both consenting adults, you're adults, you're women and you're men, and you're going forward. Okay, great. But when you get into Creepville, I think we got a problem, right? Well, you know what, Adrian? It's like this. For him in the situation that he's in, his belief system believes that's okay. And there are Hebrews. We are Hebrews here. I'm not sure if everybody knows that. Ronnie is, I am, Rachel Van Ziel is. Several of us here are. However, my husband better not try that. That's all I got to say about that one. Oh boy, better not try it. But in reality, they don't have to, as long as they can take care of it. This cat here, Rusty, how you doing, beautiful one? Rusty, you can, I think he groomed this little girl. I really do. Because when you have a stepchild, you are supposed to be the one that takes the place of the parent. You wouldn't do that to your child. So, well, I guess maybe he would. So what would provoke him to go out here and think that this was okay? Well, it's because this is what they do. That this is what they do. Exactly, Rachel. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do. Yep. And fitted suits. They act just like that in fitted suits. Mm-hmm. Yep. Bespoke fitted suits. Suits that somebody sat there and measured on them and fixed on them and all that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Really disgusting. Yep. But they want, there you go, because they just wanted to be themselves. That's it. Nasty. In Deuteronomy 27:22, cursed be he that lieth with his sister, the daughter of his father, or the daughter of his mother. And all the people shall say, amen. There you go. Deb kicking it down. Leviticus 18:17, thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman with her and her daughter. Come on. That's right. That is absolutely right. See, all these blue blood Nephilim bloodlines are reproducing while they're convinced everyone else to smite theirs. Yes. They're really disgusting. It's really disgusting. It goes on to say that it is wickedness. That's it. And that's the reason why I say this was no accident. This was no, oh, well, no. This was going on when she was a little girl. This grooming stuff went on. What woman would allow that if she had not been groomed? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What woman would allow it had she not been groomed? Okay? He'd reproduce with anyone he believes. Yeah, he'd reproduce with anyone. He believes in incest. Yes. He exacts it. He lives that. There is way more than meets the eye. With that whole bunch. Yeah, I think so too. Especially with the son. Now, I'm going to go into the son's issue. Woody Allen, that's it. That's it, Daryl. It was Woody Allen. That's it. That's who it was. With his sick little self. Nasty little man. Nasty little man. Let's go back over here to your comments because I was adjusting that volume a little bit. Okay. I've been digging really deep, Felicia. All praise to Jesus through the Holy Spirit. Been revealing so much stuff. Very good, Betty R. And I've been seeing your stuff too. Yep, I've been seeing it. Yes. Dang straight. Hey, Charlie, thank you for that blessing. I hadn't been on since I received that. And I want to thank you so much. I got the PayPal. Thank you. All right, so dang straight, no sister wives for me. Hey, Oz, how you doing? It's good to see you, Oz. They're all in skin suits. They're all not humans. They're demons in the flesh. That's right. That's right. So let's go on ahead. I want to go ahead and take a look at this because he has denied it. So I'm going to say that the story is alleged. All right. The story is alleged. It's an alleged story. All right, but well, let's go on ahead. Let's do this one, and then we're gonna go on to the next one. See how they all just do stuff. I don't understand why, if this is what you don't just do it and do it publicly, right? Why do you have to? Everything has to come out in a secret. Why does everything have to come out in secret? All right. So, gee, Willikers, this thing really looks like. Every time I do this, it always reminds me of Carol Ann's bedroom from whatever that movie was, Poltergeist, because all the stuff just jumps out. Can you please go away and stop it? Okay, there, say got it. There you go. All right. Now, Elon's got 10 kids, from what I understand. Did you know that? Did you know that? Hold on, let's see. 10. 10 babies. All right, here you go. All right. So Elon Musk had twins in November with Siobhan Zillis. Siobhan Zillis, an executive at his company Neuralink, according to the court records obtained by Insider on Wednesday, bringing the number of his known living children fathered by the world's richest man to 9. Okay? Now, we're just going to go over the key facts. Muskie, and Zillis filed a petition in the Travis County, Texas court in April to change the twins' names to have their father's last name and contain their mother's last name as a part of their middle name. And a request a judge approved in May, according to the Insider. All right. So, which was published, they published a copy of the court petition by the redacted twins' name, but the redacted twins' name is what they put in there. So, Muskie, 51, is the co founder and the CEO of Neuralink, a company that develops neural implants. And you see, he just got beat, right? Somebody just, while he out there doing all of this Twitter fading and all this other stuff, somebody went on ahead and beat him to the punch and stuck something in somebody's brain. And they also had some trials. We'll go over that too. So anyway, that develops the neural implants with the eventual goal of connecting human brains with machines, while Zillis has been the director of operations and special projects at the company since 2017. So they must not have any rules, not that he would obey them, but they must not have any rules as it relates to that whole intercompany dating thing, right? Let me drink some water. So they must not have any rules like that. And even if they did, I doubt very strongly if he would adhere to them. Do you know what I mean? I doubt very strongly if he would adhere to any of those types of rules, because these people are the type that just they break all the rules, they do whatever they want, and I get it. And hey, maybe she just saw this as a come up too. You know, maybe she saw it as, let me come up. Who knows? You know, let me come up while I'm laying back. Who knows what she thought? Could be. Never know. So let's see. The twins were reportedly born, yada, 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 just a few weeks before Musk and his former partner, Claire Boucher, better known by the stage name Grimes, I still don't know her, had a second child through a surrogate last year. Why? Why? Zealous 36 has worked in top roles in several of Musk's ventures. These writers are wrong. So she's worked in top roles in several of Musk's ventures, serving as a board member of OpenAI. Whenever I see open, you guys know how my mind is. OpenAI starting in 2020 and project director at Tesla from May 2017 until August of 2019. Zillis was named to the Forbes 30 under 30 list in the venture capital category in 2015 for being a part of a series of investment teams, including Bloomberg Beta. Bloomberg Beta. Oh, well, isn't that nice? Muskie and Zillis did not immediately respond to requests for comments from Forbes. Wow. $224.6 billion. That's Musk's net worth, making him the wealthiest person on earth, according to Forbes' estimate. But now, wait a minute. That must have been to the date of this, because didn't I just see something this morning early at about 5 or 6? I'd have to go look for it, where it was talking about Jeff Bezos was back to being the richest cat again. But this to date was the 7th of this month. So what is it? What are they rating this by? Who's the richest for what? I don't understand it. So now he's $224.6 billion. So why did he have, well, I guess because it's better to just liquidate what you want to liquidate and then just make something liquid and then use that money to buy Twitter. Because I was like, well, why did he have to go and do all this fancy footwork in order for him to get the Twitter deal done? Do you think anything's going to come of that? Are they going to force him? First they say no, then they say yes, then they say no, then they say yes. Then he says, nah. Then they say, we're going to make you take it. We're going to make you take us. How does that work exactly? I mean, literally, think about it. How does that work? First you say you're going to buy it, then they say, no, we're not for sale. Then you guys go back and forth. And then you put the 44 billion down there. And then all of a sudden you go, yeah, nah. And then they go, no, we're going to make you want us. Wouldn't it be okay? You guys just said you didn't want to be purchased. I don't know. So we'll see in October what goes on with that. But Muskie has repeatedly warned that what he claims is a looming crisis of population decline. So him and Nick Cannon and his daddy going to do everything that they can to make sure they do their thing. Musk fathered 6 children with his first wife, Justine. And they had a child who passed away, yeah. Justine, but the couple's first baby did pass away of sudden infant death syndrome in 2002 at just 10 weeks old. And he had 1 son and 1 daughter with musician Grimes. I don't know, who's this Grimes? And then they broke up in September of 2021, 3 months before the birth of their daughter, Vivian Jenna Wilson. Musk and Wilson's 18-year-old child announced last month that she was granted a name and gender. She was given a name and gender change and no longer wanted to associate with her father. Musk rarely shares any of his photos of his children, but he tweeted a picture on Friday of him and 4 of his sons meeting Pope Francis. Well, you just told us all we needed to know, and you just may have answered the question that I asked. You guys remember when I said, could Muskie be the guy? I don't know. Do you guys remember that? I don't know. Was it a post that I put? Does anybody remember when I said, could he be the guy? Could he be? Look at his kids. Look at this guy's hair. Beautiful heads of hair. But they all look identical. Well, these are the twins, obviously, Felicia. But they all look identical by the eyes. Huh, and this little weirdo. I really want to get into him. I really want to get into him. Elon Musk had twins last year. Oh, so there's no big twins. So those kids just look incredibly alike. He had twins last year with one of his top whatchamadoodles. And these are the stories. Nicholas Raymond or Ryman. Here he is right here. Huh. And this cat. This cat right here. This cat has some I'm trying to just be light and airy. But this cat right here. I want to show you what Elon said about the fact that everybody was getting on him for sleeping with his best friend's wife. He has denied it. Okay, there they are. Handsome kids. This is a handsome little kids. They're cute kids. So yeah, so the deal is that he has said, and this one's got a head full of hair. Here am I. Oh, this one here, he looks like he just eats everything. He's like the kind of kid that would just come in the kitchen all the time. Can I have more? I love to stuff kids like this. I've got one that's 4, my grandson, and he can eat, and I let him eat. Keep lots of fruit and stuff where he can grab it. But those are the babies. What on the planet? Brutal hippo attack caught on camera. Oh, that's cute. That wasn't brutal. Cutie pie. Okay, anyway. Yeah, but I love to feed the kids. Oh, you guys can't see this because I went over to Twitter. Oh, you guys don't see what I'm talking about. Let me get over here. Ding, 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 Felicia. I don't think you guys even care, but it's okay. This is my show. I'm going to share it with you anyway. I want you to see it. I want you to be a part of it. I want us to be, we can be buddies. We can be best friends. Let me go. Let me see. All right, here we go. Musky and Supposy. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. But look at his little babies. This one reminds me of the boy in the Bee Gees. And this one is the one that I was saying looks like he can eat. Like if I made macaroni and cheese, he would eat it, even if he's like lactose intolerant. He looks like that type of kid. They're just like, I'll eat it. Let me have some. And then here goes the other two. This one looks like, he looks like his father. He looks like he can be quite devious if he wanted to be. He looks like he could be quite devious. Doesn't he? Looks like he could be up to something. Charismatic. That's the term. Charismatic. But are these twins too, you guys? Does he have the twins that were just born not long ago and then 2 bigger guys? Because don't these kids look alike? I know they're brothers. I know that. But don't they look alike? I think they look alike. The future CEOs of Tesla and SpaceX. That's what that says. The future CEOs of Twitter. And is that Dogecoin? I have some Dogecoin. Dog E coin, or is it Dodge? Either way it goes, it's plummeted. I mean plummeted. It's out of here, baby. It is plummeted. It's just out of here. What I'm looking for is the I'm sorry. I apologize. It's not nice. It's just unexpected. I didn't expect it. And here I was thumbing through to go to Muskie's page. Let's get to Muskie's page. All right, so Muskie has been swatting off flies for the past several days. And he's really been having a fit because he has been telling people, I didn't do anything. We're friends and we didn't do anything. We were just all together the other day. So apparently there is some stuff that's going on about he and his friend of many, many years that is the founder of Google, which is the reason why I think this guy is he's possibly one of the guys. I think he is. Okay, so let's see. Oh, it looks like he's taking some of them down, which I doubt because I can't see him taking anything down. Now, what is this? Model X auto presenting doors. Oh, please. These things are going to be gigantic paperweights lined all up and down the road. Did you know that? These things are going to be paperweights, big, gigantic concrete weights. What did I call them before? Asphalt weights. They're going to be, these electric cars are going to be asphalt weights, or they could twist it another way. Because did you guys see just recently that Ford has now laid off a whole boatload of people, close to what, 4,000 people? They're like firing 4,000 people. Is this it? This is it right here. This is it. So this is he and Sergey. Because okay, so here's the deal. They claim that Sergey's wife and he, Mr. Muskie, were together on some 3-hour layover that he had, and I believe it was Florida, allegedly. And it's really sad because now everybody is saying, well, this is the reason why he divorced his wife. He, Muskie, is saying absolutely it didn't happen. As a matter of fact, we were just together. And this is the photo of he and his friend just together. So there's that. But anyway, enough of Muskie and all the gross people. I have just like no, nothing to say. Nothing to say. This is rich folks' business, right? This is how they get down. This is how the elites live their lives. This is how they do. This is how they live their lives. Okay, this is how they do it. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see. Where are we at? Where are we at the end of that? Oh, I know this is gonna really get Ronnie. Where are we at the end of that preposition? He hates when I say that. He's like, that's incorrect. That's wrong. You're wrong. That's not right. All right. And yes, please do go to the like button. Go to the like button. LOL. It's the Theraflu. Ronnie and I were talking about that. That stuff used to knock it out in one round. We talked about that a while ago, long while ago, where you could take that just one little envelope and you'd be like, whoo, get down on it. Get down on it. Now it's like 1 box later. You still sniffling or whatever. Yeah, you see? My grandson eats veggies and fruits like they're going out of style. He would eat sweets. I think you're saying sweets until last year. He wouldn't eat them. And that was a good thing that he didn't. We would go through big bags of vegetables in a week. Yeah, that's how they are. I found some apricots, believe it or not. Scan family, I found apricots, so I bought a couple of those, and I hadn't seen apricots in so long. And they just make stuff their own now. They just tear stuff up. They just jack fruit up. Oh boy, listen, we'll be live today on headlines, and so we're going to talk about some heavier stuff over there. But with regards to the food and how they're doing things and everything, we're going to look at some recalls, but we're also going to look at some stuff for the food. And it's amazing because what is the name of that law we are supposed to have here that prevents us from having monopolies? There's a law that we have here that it's not antitrust, is it? What is the law? That was terrible, wasn't it? Oh, they run in their family. I didn't know that, Adrian. Oh, and the wheels turn. Charlie, I didn't expect that. I was just thumbing through trying to find Muskie saying that he, didn't have anything to do with it, that they were just friends and that he had not touched her and that they had only seen each other, maybe he said 3 times in the last set amount of years or whatever. Okay. How are electric cars good for the environment? Girl, we could go and go and go. Not to mention the fact, oh, wow. Yes, they do, Betty R. At a rest stop in Maine, the electric chargers are all taped off like they don't work. I wonder where these people charge their electric vehicles. I see a lot of them on the highway. Mm-hmm. This is going to be a mess. It's definitely going to be a mess. Twins good for experiments, yes. Weren't there twins in that movie that Black Spring and I did last year? What was the name of it? With the rabbit, Mr. Rabbit. Did I say that in February? What Ronnie has on the screen? February? Is it a February type of deal too? February? I doubt if they use electric cars. Electric cars are for the population, not them. She loves mangoes and other fruits that most don't eat. Mm-hmm. Sherman, antitrust. Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There is a law, right? I mean, we're not supposed to have so many monopolies around here. But you see, it's almost like the all the rules and all the rules are gone. And the people who would keep the rules are gone. There's nobody else that keeps any of the rules. And because none of the rules are in place anymore, well, now people just do whatever they want. And that's what I'm saying about up there. Because nobody is minding the store. Nobody cares that, we have one cat running around buying up he's running around buying up everything, buying it all up, buying it all up. But you know what's a hilarious thing to me? He's buying up all the farmland, and we know who that is. That's the little cat.
But Mama, they won't let me play. I wanted to go outside with them, Mama, and play, but they won't let me. And I really want to play. I think I can play. Help me, Smithers.
So what he does is he just runs around buying up everything because he feels like, well, I just have to, because in a minute I'm going to be the person that's feeding everybody. So here it is. Here it is. Let me just paint the very sinister plot that is. This is the plot, allegedly. You want to make the food, but there's so much competition that the only thing you can do is to pay folks to go and burn things down, go and 86 cattle, make sure that all of the birds are gone, all of the chickens are gone, all of the eggs have been culled, all the turkeys are done. All right. Meanwhile, you only want people to deal with the stuff that you're about to produce. Right. Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You want them to only eat the food that you produce. So you just go out and get rid of your competition. Now you're going to be the only one. You're going to own everything. You're going to own all the food. You and your few friends. Okay? That's what you're going to do. You're going to own everything. And that's what he's done. Okay? Okay? Okay. I am on my 4th day of a fast. Water and broth. Haven't eaten since Friday. I'm going for 7 days for me. Mm-hmm. To make it, y'all, my last 7-day fast was in January. Kicked alcohol and smoking with it. Very good. Go, girl. Okay. Let's see. Black Rock. owns everything if we're talking about monopoly. Man, aren't we? Boy, I'm really done with this whole thing. It's starting to drive me bats. Batty, batty, batty. What do you think about the meetings 2 years ago with all the big box stores getting them to push mom and pop stores out of business? And you know what? If I can find a mom and pop store, I tell you, Scan family, I still go and visit. Black Rock's power terrifying, but Jesus. They all try to do their thing, right? But we all do know. So now, we all do know the truth. So now, if we look at everything that we talked about today, we see that this is just, it's really amazing because, like Rachel just said earlier, they don't want you to reproduce, but they can just do all kinds of just ugh, crazy things. But anyway, I just thought that I would bring that to you. I really am delighted to see that this young man is definitely taking care of his children, which is good. And he's not doing anything foul, having them with, different people that he shouldn't be and all that stuff. Okay, let's see. Billy G is is Demolition Man Taco Bell. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. That's a yikes. Anyway, you guys, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. Um, I'm speechless, especially with Muskie's dad. I'm really, really speechless. Oh, really? Is it? Now, you know what? I did look into them a while ago. It's them and another black something. And I don't know if they're AI operated, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's Black Rock and there's what? Black Rock and Black somebody else. I don't know. It's a black something. Can't think of the other one. Russia plans to compete in the 2024 Olympics despite the ban over Ukraine. And that's such a fake situation. I hope they hurry up and get rid of that one. I think they're about to let that come to an end because they need to go into the next narrative. They've got so many plans for the world, for those who are attached to the world. Taco Bell. The fancy restaurant was Taco Bell. Remember that? Oh, we're going to go to Taco Bell. Adrian, hallelujah. The Holy Spirit took alcohol from me in one day and I've never went back. Never. Never craved it again. Complete deliverance. Amen. Hallelujah. There's a company that bought my mom's income-based housing until, excuse me. Let me pause this for you guys. The place has gone downhill. When I did my research, they're buying lots of, And that, let's talk about that really quickly because that was the whole premise. That was the whole reason for them making sure that the CDC, the new arm of the government, went ahead and gave everybody this big rent moratorium. Don't pay your rent. You can stay there. Just don't do anything. So what were they doing? They were frustrating the owners of those homes because they didn't get a moratorium. The owners did not get a moratorium, but their renters, they did. And a lot of the companies that popped up were a lot of black companies. Now, I don't want to dig into this because I'm going to be going into my afternoon show. I don't even want to go into that term. But there were a lot of women opening a lot of minority businesses that were able to take the monies and to help people pay their rent. But do you know that those people did not receive any relief? You would have thought they put their name down, they verified that they lived there, then the money is given because the federal government had already given it. Now, these people can get their checks and they can go about their business, and the other folks can go back to work or do whatever they got to do, get caught up. No, it didn't happen. Almost a whole year, landlords did not receive their income for their property. For almost a whole year, and I'll use Alabama as an example because I know my daughter needed that help. She did. One whole year. I consider that squatting, but nonetheless, um, they didn't get any help, and because they didn't get any help, what ended up happening was this was all planned for them not to get any help, not to get any assistance. All right, not to get any assistance at all, so that by the time they did get something, which was, like I said, almost 9 months to a year later, then all of a sudden they give a one lump sum check, but this cat's rent is still owed. And a lot of these people didn't have quirky mothers like me sending the guy money. Don't tell her that I helped her. Okay? All right? They didn't have that to sort of help them be balanced. And what they ended up doing was getting really frustrated and then ended up just saying, forget it, I can't take it anymore. So when they first would get a phone call that would say, hey, we want to buy your property, it's not for sale. Hey, we want to buy your property, it's not for sale. Then all of a sudden, hey, we want to buy your property. How much? We'll give you cash. How much? Mm-hmm. Then what did they do? My daughter's place that was $650 as an example. It went up to $1,500 a month for 2 bedrooms. $650 in Alabama went up to $1,500. Let that sink in. If you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. You know, I have been really, really thinking of real pudding. Not necessarily that kooky pudding, but real pudding lately. The pudding my mama used to make. 4,000 supercomputers that handle trillions of dollars. They are, hey, didn't they just have a loss, but it wasn't huge. It was, to us, it would be like a huge loss, but to them, it wasn't so big. They had taken a loss just recently, and then they ended up picking it back up or something. They're creepy. But anyway, I don't see why they're allowing all this stuff to happen. None of our laws work anymore. Nothing works anymore. Nothing works. Nothing. And the puppets that are running the kookiness, it's crazy. Anyway, they didn't like it when I contacted them about bed bugs, cockroaches, mice, bats in my mom's apartment. Told them they had 7 days to get rid of them, and I was taking the next step. As you should. And then they are connection between the government and Wall Street. Oh, yeah. Fighting with the same stuff here. I went to your page. I watched that a while back when I visited your channel, Oz. People talk about BlackRock, would never mention the Apollo Group ever. Yeah, I know. This is creepy. This is all creepy. This is creepy, bad. Okay, let me see. I want to have a quick one. I'm probably gonna have to come back later after I make all my rounds, because I've got a 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock class, so that I have to teach at 10, at 11. So I'll be away for 1 hour, and then I've got to do headlines. But we got to talk about some real heavy stuff, you guys. We really do. I won't play their games. Yes. I used to process mutual fund transactions for them. They would bend the rules and sign off on transaction for the rich people. See? We don't need education. Leave those. We don't need no education. Hello, Leon. How are you? Oh, she's some chick. She's just some chick. She's some chick. All right, y'all. Yeah, I record and transcript record. People are crafty, and I do mean crafty. See? And it's because of what they're dealing with. When you're dealing with even I say that the whole Black's law is it's well, English itself is spells, but I really think that law book, that Black's Law, it's got some real spells in there. It really does. I do. I think so. I do. Hmm. So we're gonna get off, and I am Leon. I'm gonna see you guys in a little bit. If you are going to come over at to headlines, let me see. What time are we on headlines today? Oh, 12:30. So as soon as I'm done with the class, I'll have like a 30-minute break, and then I'll be with you guys at 12:30. I want to talk about this whole thing with all the police quitting and all the police leaving and all the police, doing what they're doing. It's been, oh, Black's Law is the decoder for the spells. Well, I do it. Ronnie, get me going. I do want to talk about it though, you guys, because there were several other police departments that had sort of walked out, and I just want to do a little progression and show how they have walked out. But not only have they walked out, but they started walking out a minute ago, and I don't think that anybody was really keeping their finger on the pulse, on, as it were. And here's why I say that: because if you look at it, thank you, Black Swan. It's good to see you. If you really look at it, the way that they were treating the police before they ever started this whole, just don't fund them, defund them or whatever, they were building up cases to try to show that they did not want to have any more police right before they started this whole thing. So there's going to be situations that you're going to see today of individuals actually walking out long ago when they started the whole attack against them. And then, you know what? I'm going to say something. Some people may get a little upset, but I always think outside the box. There's also something to taking a woman, not just a woman, but a Black woman, and putting her over a fairly conservative community of police officers. And I want to know who you think she is. There's just certain things and certain lines you don't cross. And she has a very progressive mindset. Very progressive mindset. So you got to do the math and you got to start looking at this. I don't want to get into my story, but I'm going to tell you, I've said it before, that a lot of the things that have happened that have been allowed to go on in America, they have used one specific group. And in that group, they've used one specific person, the type of person in that group. We're going to talk about this. How did the Black woman allow herself to become a pawn in all that is wicked and evil with children, your babysitters, your school teachers, I should say, the school teachers, where you've got the school teachers are now infiltrating. And you'd be amazed who it is that's pushing a lot of the progressive stuff. You'd be amazed. So we're going to talk about that. And as usual, I'm going to make sure that I got some facts, some data, and some statistics. How about that? All right, y'all. We have been here for about an hour and 13 minutes. I want to tell each and every one of you, thank you so much. Please remember to hit the like button before we leave. And if you've got the ability to share it out. Won't hurt anybody. I appreciate it. So Adrian Apollo is eyeing Twitter. Really? Probably is. And as soon as that happens, I'm definitely off of there. What? Girl, you got me. I'm gonna look now. Oh, what's on the screen? Okay. Huh. Thank you for that little tipperoonie. Deb Woods. Okay, let's see what we got. Thank you for that, Ronnie. Yes. All right, you guys. I think we're doing pretty good. So I am going to see everybody that would like to meet me at 12:30 over on Headlines, and that'll be cool. So it'll be 12:30 Central Time, 1:30 Eastern. Okay. All right, you guys, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for being with us today. If you have any questions or you have anything you want to say or add, please go to info@FeliciaLockhart.com. That's info@FeliciaLockhart.com. You can make any inquiries. You can, do all that stuff. Oh, hey. And you guys, especially Marty, she's not here right now, but Marty will be happy to know that we definitely do have our PO box, and it is it's in the thing. It's in the thing. It's in there. I think it's something like 645 Wind Drive, Huntsville, but it's a PO box. So PO box. Anyway, it's there. So a lot of people were wondering, I want a regular address. I don't want another address. I want a regular one. Okay, so now we got that. That's good. That's a good thing. Yes, Adrian, we will be back. I have a class that I have to teach at 11 o'clock. After that, I will be on Headlines with a Voice, working over there at approximately 12:30 today. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. We're going to look at, most assuredly, we're going to talk about the all of the recalls, because we got a lot more recalls. As you can see, this cat is really trying to minimize his. Listen, he reminds me of the type of cat that, like I said, he's just always crying, always whining, but mama, ain't got too much competition. And so he's the type that just pays to have stuff done. And this is me, allegedly. I'm saying allegedly. Allegedly. That's how I feel. Yeah. No, I'm going to be live over there, Adrian. Okay, so I'll see everybody there at 12:30 Central, 1:30 Eastern. I want you guys to remember what we always say here on any Felicia Lockhart Group publications, and that is, that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of the Most High. You guys take care of yourselves first, and then I want you to reach back, just reach around, and I want you to take care of somebody else, okay? And until we see each other again, please continue to be blessed.
To receive instant notification each time I upload, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification.
Helping